It's nice to see a lot of participants coming in. Uh, और friends को बुलाओ जल्दी. We won't want to miss this chance. Hi, good evening, Indra.
Okay, so guys, just last time, whoever friends still wish to join, they can join through the YouTube streaming, which is being done. The link is being shared to you guys. So we will wait for a minute more. Dhruv, is it fine? A minute
Yeah.
more?
Yes,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. So you guys have last 1 minute to join through YouTube as this meeting is full. So ask your friends to join soon.
1,000 subscribers bring a night of celebration to the club. Excellent, guys. Okay, let's start in half a minute. All right, let's start. Well, 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel have already raised the roof above me. So, good evening, everyone. My name is Dhruv Shah. I am along with my co-host Ayush Gupta. We welcome you all to the RoboISM Teaching Phase 2 induction. Well, a lot of you might ask, aren't the inductions for all the technical clubs already done long ago? And RoboISM 2 had, done its induction. I mean, our inductions was the very first in the long list of line. And RoboISM has already recruited the first year students to be a part of its team too. But just to let you know, for the very first time in all these years, as promised, a technical club as RoboISM has decided to conduct its second phase of recruitment exclusively for first year students. With that said, let's without wasting any time, let's jump right into the induction to understand why did we have to do this.
Okay. So quite a lot of you would have guessed that in recent time, our college and our professors are putting a lot of emphasis over the industrial product development. Something that is sellable, innovative way, which is way above the current market standards. Not a lot of universities have thought to bring their mainstream into this field, but we are good enough that our college has been bringing this to us. Now, as you all know that, as you all would be knowing that still there are very few colleges in the world which are working over this. So one of the top college in Germany named Aachen University has achieved milestone in electronics and autonomous vehicles through hardcore exhaustive research, robotics, and artificial intelligence. Have many subfields which has been need extreme innovation and skill to achieve milestones.
Right. So what Ayush says is basically we need to build products in college, and that is what the emphasis is being put on. But building a proper sophisticated robot, as you see in the YouTube videos or YouTube shorts like Boston Dynamics and so, which is sellable, it is still a task that is way far, like way far. We need to be learned and become skilled in the latest tech stacks for that to make a decent project in robotics. For that, we RoboISM as a team need people who are extremely passionate about developing a career in robotics, artificial intelligence, and are willing to specialize in these tech stacks. So that once they are told a task, they can easily contribute to a lot of multiple projects in lesser time at the same time. So RoboISM will be teaching you these fundamentals and basics of the three subfields of robotics, as we will see what are these three subfields. So that is what RoboISM is going to be doing in this teaching phase 2. Now, does anyone remember, if you could just unmute and tell me, does anyone remember the name of the first teaching phase that was conducted by the RoboISM team? No. What was the name? Like, what was the name of the first teaching phase?
What Astra?
Bot Astra,
That's
right?
right.
Excellent. So does anyone know? All right, we already have it here on the presentation. So the name of this teaching phase is Atulya, right? It has a motto, as you can see. And let's see why Atulya. I mean, Ayush.
So now, why Atulya? Our team has always believed that the content for learning robotics should be accessible to everyone who is interested, and this is the reason we will be taking this live session for everyone. The three subfields that we will be converging our focus to will be CAD, which is computer-aided engineering designing, computer vision or OpenCV, and working with sensors and integrating them with the IoT, Internet of Things. And so this is your second chance to prove yourself and get yourself into RoboISM.
Right. But even before you like start attending sessions and stuff, why should you even participate? Right? That's the main question. Already with experience with what happened a few days ago, for any technical hackathons or events that you will participate in, they will make sure that you learn the basics of any new tech stack of the problem that you are willing to solve in that competition, right? Integrating it with real world applications, overcoming the complications of real world, you will have similar benefits of learning new skills. And since you are in first year, you are of course you are exploring, and you are also collaborating with your friends, since finishing this teaching phase will let you know who is interested in which tech stack, and you know whom to contribute and collaborate with in upcoming tech hackathons, right? So of course it's very beneficial for you. Coming to the most important point, what's going to be the timeline, right? So don't worry guys, we don't have any of your exams, any of your quizzes coming in between. We have planned it in this way. As you can see, we have divided it in three phases. First is the teaching phase, second is the project development phase, third is in which you will be evaluated. So basically today, of course, the inductions happen, and also maybe today or tomorrow we'll be releasing the uh, um, problem statements of whatever projects that you have to do, right? So tomorrow will be the first session at 7 p.m., which will be on basics of Python and OpenCV, which is a computer vision library. On 31st, that is day after tomorrow, you will be having the CAD session. All right. And again on first, there will be OpenCV session. Uh, on the midnight of 3rd June, you have to submit a Google form mentioning that you are participating wholeheartedly in the event, and you also have to tell us which problem statement you are shortlisting to solve, all right, and do during this project development phase. Well, 2nd to 4th June is it's all 3 days going to be complete IoT. All right, a lot of topics to be covered, and it will be a lot of fun. And on 5th of June, you will be evaluated. I mean, kind of a mid evaluation. You already know what mid evaluation means, but the terms and what parameters that will be considered, we'll be sharing it later. And on 10th of June, you have to submit this project. All right. Just to clear, there are three subfields as we told: OpenCV, CAD, which is SolidWorks basically, and IoT and sensors. So out of these three subfields, you have to choose one. You have to let us know which one are you interested in doing a project. That is through the uh, Google form that we'll be sharing. All right, and that project has to be submitted on 10th of June, and the results will be declared by 15th of June. And basically, the judging and the evaluation, the final evaluation starts from 10th of June. It could go on, 11th, 12th, 13th. All right, because we will have to do the evaluation in bunch in batches. So yeah, that summarizes the timeline. Anyone has any doubts here, or any queries, or any grievances? All right, let's move on.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
So, what would be there in the mid evaluation, like which is on 5th June?
sure. So we'll be sharing the parameters on what you will on what basis you will be evaluated in the mid evaluation. We'll be sharing that on our Discord channel, and so I'll let you know the details at the end of the presentation.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Uh, so let's come down here. Uh, let's see the details of OpenCV's roadmap that we have planned. So first, of course, because it is a computer vision library that is in Python, you will have to learn Python first. So I would like to know, just as a general survey, how many of you have learned Python and are confident in programming in the language? Please raise your hands. I hope. Okay, the numbers are raising. Okay, kind of paused, right?
So numbers are 26, 27.
Okay. Right. So 27, 28 people, I suppose, out of the 100 present here. All right. So it's kind of 30% people. No. All right. You could just lower your hands now. So basically, we'll have to, we will be actually, now that we know from the survey, we will be covering the basics of Python, very few. But as a note, I'd like to tell you, we'll share an online course that is present on kaggle.com. So Kaggle is basically an open source, I mean, it's just a coding platform. And what you could do is there are courses available on it on introduction to programming as well as as well as introduction to Python. It's just 1.5 hour, 2 hour course at max, and you could do that, and you will be, easily brushed up with everything that you need to know to start learning OpenCV with us. All right. So the thing is, we were planning how to make this more exciting, right? Because of course, if we just hand over a online course to you, we won't know how many of you've done this, how many of you already are well versed with Python, right? And also we want that you all, you know, learn things with the flow, right? I mean, not independently, baad mein dekh lunga, that kind of thing we didn't want to have. So what we did, we have actually arranged kind of a very, small, medium, intermediate kind of a contest for all of you. So we'll be releasing a doc which will have 20 questions for all of you to solve. The first 10 are compulsory, like uska deadline will be on, I think, 3rd June midnight, along with the Google form that you will submit. Okay, so those 10 questions are compulsory. Additionally, 10 bonus questions will also be given. All right. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to write codes for the solutions of all of these questions, and you will have to be submitting a GitHub repo. All right, at the end, I'll be also asking how many of you know Git to make a new GitHub repo, and if considerable people don't, I'll also show you it, show that to you. Okay, so that, yes, that concludes the Python thing. Then what's OpenCV? Everything, the installation, the basics, what are the wonders. Of course, image processing is a very beautiful thing. You will see how to code things in OpenCV. And at the very last, I think on 1st June, we'll see how to use this thing called Aruko marker. Aruko markers are excellent things. You could use it to localize a robot, and we'll see. I mean, I don't want to uh, uh, break the suspense here. We will see, and I'll also show one of the recent projects that we had done. So yeah, that concludes the thing, and the sessions will, I mean, all the sessions will be at 7 p.m. in the evening. All right, so just after our classes finish, after 1 hour, the classes will start. Everything will be online. So on 30th May marks the first day of OpenCV, and 1st June will be the second day of OpenCV. All right. All right. Now, Ayush, you could go on to explain CAD and IoT ka roadmap.
Okay, so now moving on to CAD. Now CAD stands for computer-aided designing. Now, this is the basic roadmap that we will be following, and it will happen on 31st of May. I believe that most of you would have started with the I think so AutoCAD or something. Yeah, AutoCAD is being taught in our college. So in first year, the things that are being covered is 2D, this 2D drawings and all. You can raise the hands if has every one of you gone through AutoCAD, the basic AutoCAD. Okay, nice. Yeah, of course. Okay, nice. You can lower your hands. Yeah. So now in this we will be going even further. Now we will be using software named as SolidWorks. Now using this, we will start with the basics of SolidWorks, that how do we with the basic functions and all, describing what's the software and everything. Then we will be moving to the 2D sketching, that how do we sketch the 2D drawings over that, using the simple 1D things like lines and everything, and then extruding it into 3D objects. See, now this designing is a major part, as while you are making a robot or any physical entity, you do need to design them, analyze them, and at many a time you need to simulate them in various environments. So in that case, CAD modeling plays a really important role. So mark the day 31st of May at 7 p.m. It will be the day when you will be learning about the SolidWorks. It has a very wide range of application. And over this, we will be also be giving you few of the example projects that we will be diving you into. Now, moving forward to sensors and IoT. Okay, so how many of you are here aware of the what are sensors and what's IoT? Any just basic, what's it? Do any one of you know the full form of IoT? This you can write in chat if you want. What's the full form of IoT? Okay, that's good. Yeah, nice.
Nice.
So we will be starting with what's the basic. Yeah, that's correct. Internet of Things. That's good. Yeah, we will be starting with the basic, that what is IoT, that what are its basic structures and various things that comes under IoT. Then we will be diving into embedded systems, that what's embedded systems, how are they being used. Now, after that, we will be going towards hardwares and sensors. Now, what are sensors? Now, briefly describing sensors as those small electronic devices which are used to interact with the environment. Now, we will be learning a lot more about them, during this entire workshop, which will be happening on the 2nd and 4th of June at 7 p.m. 2nd to 4th of June on 7th of May. 7th at 7 p.m. Sorry. And throughout this, we will be learning about the sensors and everything. Now, moving ahead, as IoT, we do need to integrate things. So for that, we will be learning the networking. So what are different kinds of network protocol and everything. And after that, we will be not just be stopping here. We do want our freshers to learn that how to integrate these things into the real project. Hence, for that, we will be doing a full proper project over these things. And for that, we will be also be teaching you about ESP32, and we will be doing a project using FreeRTOS. Now, FreeRTOS is something which is being used at industry at a very high scale. I won't be disclosing the many of the things at this stage, but I will be sure. But you should surely mark the date from 2nd to 4th of June at 7 p.m. to learn about it more. So with this, that's it. Now we are open to the questions.
Oh, by the way, before the questions start dropping in, I would like to let all of you know, all of these things that we are going to take, the workshops and all, it's going to be put on our channel for the very first time, right? Otherwise, it was already, I mean, it was just being taken for RoboISM students after they had been recruited. So it's the first time that we are going to be putting all of this content like open for everyone. All right. Let the questions come in. I hope some of you have questions.
You all can also drop your questions over the YouTube chat section. We will take up from there as well.
Yes. What is the name of the course of Python? All right, Shashank, could you just stop sharing your screen? I could just share my screen and I could show them. Okay. Just a second. I'll share my screen. I'll show you guys. So I hope my screen is visible. I'm gonna go to Google and all right, is my screen visible? Anyone could just inform.
Yes, so it's visible.
Okay,
Yes,
great. So you could search KAGGLE, Kaggle. All right. Go to this site, and first it will ask you to sign in. All right. So you could sign in from your Gmail account, or you could make a specific Kaggle account. I'm going to sign in with this account. And once you will be signed in, this is the page that you will land upon. All right. On the left hand side, do you see all these things? The very last thing you see here above more is courses. All right. You click on that, and down here, if you just scroll a little bit, there will be explore courses. All right, explore courses. These two courses you need to do. Okay, intro to programming and Python. So what I'll do, I'll just paste this link in the chat. Okay, so all of you can directly go to that page.
There's a question from Ayush Kaushik. So for someone who don't know any coding, would this time of 10 to 15 days will be sufficient to do all the tasks? Yes, it's quite sufficient, as we will be taking you through the entire process. So if you will be putting your enough efforts, then you will be able to do it. No problem in that.
Yes, and I think quite reasonable also, because Python is a very easy language. Also, the courses that I have told, Intro to Programming and Python, I suppose they're just 1.5 or 2 hours course, even at self-paced learning. All right, so won't be very difficult for you, and they're really good courses. Anybody could just learn Python and like Introduction to Programming very soon with these two courses. And also, now that I know only 30% of you raised your hands for Python, we'll also be covering the basics of Python in the first session, like very basic, a quick overview, like only half an hour or so. Okay, any other questions?
Guys, have you all raised your hands to ask the doubts? If that's the case, you all can unmute and ask.
Yeah, please. Mohana Priya, do you have a doubt? Okay, Shobhit Kumar asks, sir, would be asked older modules too during final quiz or just these three? Great question. So yes, we do expect you all to know the basics of robotics that were covered in the first teaching phase. That is mandatory. Yes, we expect you to know that. All right, I would like all of you to let me know, does everyone know here how to make a GitHub repo, a new GitHub repo, and how to upload files in it?
See,
Please raise hands if you do.
Raj Shukla, how many of us would be recruited? See, that's the thing that depends upon the zeal of you all guys. Just
Right,
you
and
take the zeal, yeah.
it's all relative. I mean, if we receive really good projects, we could increase the number of new recruits, and if we don't, we just want people who are passionate and who will really be able to do stuff, who are innovative and creating with their projects. So if your projects match our expectations, of course you're in.
Okay, Dhruv, few of them are writing that they don't know about this creating a new GitHub repo. If possible, you may just show them.
Oh yes, sure. Could you all of you please raise your hands once again? Then we'll take the other questions. How many of you know how to make a new GitHub repo and upload codes on it? Okay, I see the numbers raising and now they've halted. All right. I see 14, 15 people. All right. So should I show it? Now raise hands for that. Should I show it? Okay. I'll show it. All right. So there's this easy way that you can make a new GitHub repo. Okay. So is my screen visible? Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So here I am on my desktop, and I'll create a new folder named codes. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll go inside this. Well, I don't want to code things right now, so I'll just pick up some code from other directory I have. Suppose, oh well, this is huge, I guess. Okay, let's do this. Copy it, go to the desktop, place it in, paste it in codes. All right. So this is suppose the directory, the codes directory that I want to upload. Okay. Now let's go to GitHub. So first, you guys will have to, of course I am logged in, but I'll just sign out and show you what it will be like. So you could go up here. If you don't have an account, you could just sign in. And if you do have an account, just sign in with your credentials, all right, username and password, and then sign in. And this will this is what it will look like. Okay. Now on the left, you can see I can see my recent repositories. Now, if you don't have any of these repositories, you won't see anything, and you just see this new button. I'll click on new, okay, because I would like to create a new repository. Now let's name it new codes. Okay, just give a space in between. New codes. I could add description. That's optional. Put this repository as a private, a public repository, because we would of course like to see it, and then do check this option. Okay, add a README file. I'm sorry. Okay, do check this button, add a README file, and then click on create repository. Okay. All right. So this is what it will look like now. Now what you could do, again, open this and kind of, place it, place that thing like this, and then just drag. Okay. Did you understand? Just drag this folder and leave. And all your codes will be uploaded. Okay. That's the easiest way. And now everything, once everything has been uploaded, click on commit changes down here, and that's it. All right, that's it. All your codes are here. Okay, and now when you want to share, what you can do is copy this link and paste it in wherever you want. I mean, on your LinkedIn or your Google form. All right. Okay. So if I paste it here, you will be able to directly click on it and go to this repository of mine. You will be able to see all the codes that I just uploaded. Was that cool? Did everybody understand? Now I would again like to have everyone raise their hands if they've understood. Did everyone understand? I would like to have 80, 90 hands raised. I hope किसी का ऐसा नहीं हो, अभी भी नहीं समझ में आया, बाद में देख लूंगा नेट से.
Guys, ask the doubts. These are the primary things that you need even when you go to industries and things like those. GitHub is the basic.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Can you please explain then again that how to paste the link wherever we want? That part,
Yeah.
the last one.
Yeah, I mean, just copy the URL of that. All right, I'll still show you. No, don't worry. Once you're on this page, ये page आ गया, right?
Yes, sir.
Now go here. This is the link. This is the URL that you need. Control plus V.
Okay, sir.
Got it? Okay. I mean, I did see around 60 hands raised. Fine. All of you can lower your hands now. Cool. So I hope considerable amount of you learned how to create the new repo. All right. Let's take the doubts now. Let's come to the doubts again. All right. Kamlesh asks, do we require to learn Git now? Of course, no. You just have to create a new repository. That's why we did that. Okay, sir, bot Asra recruited students and the upcoming recruitment students after selection will be able to work together, or will they be working in different domains? Excellent question. Well, they will be working in the same projects, all right? The new recruited students and the already recruited students will be working together.
Sumit
Any?
Raj, any interview? Yes, there will be, I guess. Yes.
Yes, there will be interview sessions. We'll also be considering your projects as a GitHub repo. I mean the project that you have to do in this, right? OpenCV. You have to create a new GitHub repository for the Python codes, which is the compulsory 10 codes that you have to submit. That has to be a different repository. And this interview, the project that you will be doing in the teaching phase 2, that will be a different repository. What the name should be, what it should be, all the details will be provided on the Discord server. Okay.
Teaching phase is sufficient for making the project? Yes, it's more than
Yes.
sufficient. Yes.
Should we learn bot Astra topics too? Yes, that is also
Yeah.
mandatory.
See, Bot Astra was basic. This is a little bit more advanced course that we are doing. So you do need some basics from there.
Right. I mean, the understanding of motors, batteries, motor drivers, necessary, absolutely necessary. Any other doubts? I still see a lot of people have their hands raised. Do you guys have questions?
Will we have given a mentor? Yes, there will be not proper. There will be proper mentors. Yes, there will be mentors.
Yes, there will be mentors, yes. Aditya Mukherjee asks, Sir, results of bot Astra. What do you mean?
So they were
Results of bot
long
Astra.
back.
Where can we learn? Excellent. Did you just subscribe to YouTube channel of RoboISM? Raj? Yeah, you could find the sessions that we have taken there. All right. All the 4 sessions: programming, mechanical, electronics, and MLAI, computer vision, basically. All those 4 sessions were taken, and the live streams are available, so you could refer to those sessions to learn what was taught in first teaching phase. Cool. Any other questions? If someone would like to unmute, they could just unmute and ask. And also, the Discord server link was shared. Harshit Sharma sir shared the link, so you can just join in. No more questions? All right, should we conclude? If you guys have no questions, if you have, do ask them. Sure, this is the best time. All right, Sumit, do you have a question?
Yes, sir. I just want to ask that uh, we will get very less time about to choose a project
Right,
because the teaching phase is going simultaneously.
right.
So how to do that?
Sure. So, I mean, if you could just watch the sessions and whatever you find is more interesting and comfortable for you, you could just go on with it. I mean, it won't be too difficult to choose which one of these. I mean, which one out of the 3 should I choose? So, and if you if you still have doubts, you could just ask any RoboISM senior. That is always there. You could get the contact of any of the seniors, and you could just ask them, "What should I do? I'm in a I'm in a um, confusion state."
Okay, sir.
All right. No more questions.
Guys, if you all don't have questions, just drop no in the chat box so that we can get that okay. These many are clear.
Yeah. Okay, someone just raised their hand. Not see.
What's the real problem?
Will the problem statements that will be
Yeah,
asked as specific to one division or combination of divisions? Well, one division.
specific to one division. Exactly.
Yeah. Ayush, was there one project that mixed 2 divisions, IoT and OpenCV?
There was one. There's still yeah. No, there isn't any. There isn't any.
No, right?
No.
All right. No. All right. Well, I guess with that we can conclude the induction then. So just as a final note, I would like to tell all of you that keep in mind that you have 3 tasks to do till you come tomorrow for the session at 7 p.m. All right, what are the 3 tasks? I'll tell you. First, start learning Python and introduction to programming course from the link that I shared in the chat. Start learning that if you are not so comfortable with it. Second, the doc will be shared soon in the Discord server of what the 20 questions are. Start solving those. All right, you have time. You have a lot of time till tomorrow 7 p.m. Right, almost 22 hours. So start doing that thing, and the Google form to submit that GitHub repo will be shared very soon. That's the second thing. And the third most important thing, have that no quit mentality and be very excited for what's coming up. All right. With that, we conclude. I hope we meet tomorrow in the session. And just clearing the few doubts that are still coming in, can we get any reference material related to project? Sure, you could ask our mentors. That will be given up. Discord server link has been shared above, Divyansh, in the chat. Sure, Ayush just shared it. Okay? No more questions. With that, I think we should finish. Let's sign out, Ayush.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Bye, guys. Keep
Bye-bye.
learning. We'll meet soon. Bye.
We'll meet soon. Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.